Welcome to the Sustainable CT Actions and Impact Preview for July 2023. Brought to you in part by our good friends at the Emily Hall Tremaine Foundation. Remember, the Tremaine Foundation seeks and funds innovative projects that advance solutions to basic and enduring problems, and we are so glad they do. We're bringing you a new look to Actions and Impact. Yes, a new look, but still the same quality you've come to expect. We hope you like the facelift. The second in Sustainable CT's series of community leadership and action conferences took place at the Free Center in Hartford on Saturday, June 24th. More conferences are scheduled between August and November of this year in Bridgeport, New Haven, Waterbury, and New London. Dates and times are to be decided, but those interested are encouraged to sign up now to receive information about each of the upcoming events. These conferences manifest the efforts of the Community Match Fund to deepen Sustainable CT's connection to local community leaders and the connection of local community leaders to each other. So you do not want to miss taking part in one of these. Contact the electrifying Joseph Dickerson for more info, Joseph D. at sustainablect.org or 860-259-4730. Our Community Leadership and Action Conferences are generously supported by Posigen, the leading solar energy and energy efficiency provider for underserved communities. Learn more about Posigen at Posigen.com. What are the basic elements, you ask? Well, that might be air, fire, water, and earth to you. But to us, it's things like the next Sustainable CT Coffee Hour. That's right. On July 21st at 10 a.m., we'll be having a question and answer session for 2023 Fall Certification. You don't want to wait until the last minute to have your questions answered about fall certification, so we're dedicating our July Coffee Hour to all things certification, responding to your queries, helping with your challenges, and celebrating your best practices. Together, we can set up for success. Remember, you can join Sustainable CT for informal discussions most third Fridays of each month at 10 a.m. We share program updates and resources, explore your questions, and strengthen the network of Sustainable CT champions. Yes, we do. Sessions are always free, and you know that free is good and open to all. For your edification, your enlightenment, and your entertainment too. It's The Impact, a Sustainable CT podcast. This month, we're chatting with alums of the Sustainable CT Fellowship Program. Where are they now? Our fellows have gone on to assume impactful positions, and they're accomplishing great things. It'll be like a mini family reunion, only without the awkwardness, yeah? This month's episode of The Impact will be available on July 15th at sustainablect.org and wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget our Community Match Fund, because compost never sleeps. That's right. Get in the mix before it's too late. For a limited time, only until August 13th, Sustainable CT is boosting its Community Match Fund grants for all food and waste diversion and composting projects. For every dollar raised to promote composting, Sustainable CT will match it, not just dollar for dollar, but with $1.50, up to a total project budget of $15,000. Don't waste this special funding opportunity. Inquire today at where else? sustainablect.org. That's where. You know, Sustainable CT and Actions and Impact, this very newsletter, and me speaking to you right now, it's all made possible in part by the Connecticut Green Bank. That's right. The Connecticut Green Bank confronts climate change by increasing and accelerating the flow of private capital into markets that energize the green economy. And we are so glad they do. Remember, Sustainable CT is independently funded. We don't receive money from government or from a university. No, not even from a magical unicorn rainbow money tree. But you can be a Sustainable CT sponsor. Find out how at sustainablect.org. You'll be glad you did. In conveyances this month, Governor Lamont approved $23.8 million to remediate 22 blighted properties in Connecticut towns. And he announced $8.8 million to support 21 innovative climate resilience plans and projects across 17 municipalities and councils of governments. Way to go, Ned! The 2023 legislative session concluded in June. The Connecticut General Assembly considered several housing bills, including many for which the Partnership for Strong Communities advocated. Check out their summary for details. In the patch, news that Guilford received Sustainable CT's Climate Leader designation. We like that news, for sure. And in the Greenwich Sentinel, the Silanoy Native Americans inspired a forest project planned at the Greenwich Audubon site, a project supported by none other than our own Community Match Fund. In our chronology section, where time waits for snowman, the Eversource First Thursday Communities webinar series continues with energy efficiency opportunities for municipalities. They'll provide an overview of the energy efficiency programs and incentives available to their municipal customers July 6th, noon to 1. CIRCA, that's the Connecticut Institute for Resilience and Climate Adaptation, bet you knew that, has a couple cool things going on this month. They're introducing their Connecticut Environmental Screening Tool, for one. They'll guide you through the Mapping Tools interface, features, and datasets, revealing how it can be utilized to address environmental burdens in vulnerable communities. It's a webinar on July 10th, noon to 1. And they've got a webinar that will focus on the extreme heat, how to use their Climate Change Vulnerability Index for local and regional planning. That's July 13th, noon to 1 p.m. FEMA and the Resilient Nation Partnership Network are holding a webinar on what they're calling Partner Connect. They want to catalyze lasting resilience partnerships across the whole community, so don't miss that, July 26th, 1 to 2 p.m. The Connecticut Main Street Center is hosting a webinar on Main Street Management 101. You'll get a high-level overview of the Main Street Management 4-point approach and ideas on how you can start implementing the approach into your Main Street, July 27th, 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And our friends at DEEP, the Connecticut Department of Energy and Environmental Protection, are accepting applications from municipalities, land trusts, and water companies for the next round of the Competitive Open Space and Watershed Land Acquisition Grant Program. That's a mouthful. And from targeted and distressed communities for the Urban Green and Community Garden Grant Program, too. The application deadline for both programs is October 2, 2023. And we have a last word, or two, about a different kind of Independence Day. This 4th of July, celebrate a different kind of freedom. That's right, our Community Match Fund sets you free of the deadlines, lengthy applications, and laborious review processes normally associated with traditional grants. We've supported over 275 projects across Connecticut, resulting in an investment of more than $3.2 million in renewable energy, the arts, natural resources, equity and inclusion, public transportation, sustainable food systems, composting, and waste reduction. In celebration, we've created an interactive flipbook, full of project samples to inform, to energize, to inspire. Check it out and let us know how we can help make this your Independence Day. Read all about it in this month's exciting edition of Actions and Impact, the official Sustainable CT newsletter, except no substitutes. Do yourself a favor and subscribe. And you can do that where you know we like our coffee strong and our tea in the harbor at sustainableCT.org.